The last message, uncovering dark secrets. Valeria sat at her desk, her mind racing with thoughts of the recent betrayals and discoveries. The files from the orphanage, the dark secrets of Hector Salgado's experiments, and the realization that Luis had been coerced. All of it weighed heavily on her. She knew she was close to the truth, but the danger was growing by the day. As she sifted through the documents, her phone buzzed with a notification. It was an email from an anonymous sender. With a sense of dread, she opened it. The email contained a single attachment, an old audio file. Her hands trembled as she downloaded the file and pressed play. Lucia's voice crackled through the speakers, haunting and filled with urgency. "If you find this, it's already too late. They are coming for you. The truth must be known, but it comes at a great cost. Be careful, Valeria. Trust no one." The message sent chills down Valeria's spine. It was a warning from beyond the grave, a desperate plea from Lucia to continue the fight for justice. Valeria knew she had to be cautious, but the stakes had never been higher. The truth was within reach, but so was the danger. The room seemed to close in around her, the shadows growing longer and darker. Valeria replayed the message, her mind absorbing every word. Lucia's voice was a haunting echo of the past, a reminder of the lengths to which those in power would go to protect their secrets. Valeria's resolve hardened. She couldn't let Lucia's voice be silenced. As she sat in the dimly lit room, Valeria's thoughts were interrupted by a sudden noise. A soft but distinct tapping sound came from the window. Her heart skipped a beat as she turned to look. Outside, the night was pitch black, the streetlights casting an eerie glow on the empty street. She couldn't see anyone, but the feeling of being watched was unmistakable. Determined not to let fear paralyze her, Valeria stood up and approached the window. She drew the curtains aside and peered into the darkness. The tapping continued, rhythmic and deliberate. Her breath hitched as she caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure standing just beyond the reach of the streetlight. Valeria's instincts told her to back away, but she couldn't tear her eyes away from the figure. It was as if the darkness itself had taken shape, watching her with an unblinking gaze. Her pulse quickened, and she forced herself to step away from the window, drawing the curtains shut once more. The tapping stopped abruptly, leaving Valeria in a suffocating silence. She knew she had to stay vigilant. Whoever was out there was getting bolder, and she couldn't afford to let her guard down. She returned to her desk, her mind racing with plans and strategies. She had to find a way to expose the truth while keeping herself safe. The next morning, Valeria awoke to find another note slipped under her door. The message was simple but chilling. "You have been warned." Valeria's hands shook as she read the words. The threats were becoming more explicit, and she knew she was walking a fine line between uncovering the truth and becoming a target. With renewed determination, Valeria continued her investigation. She spent hours cross-referencing the files from the orphanage with other records, searching for connections and clues. The deeper she dug, the more she realized the scope of the conspiracy. It wasn't just about Hector Salgado's experiments. It was about a network of powerful individuals who had used their influence to manipulate and control others. As she pieced together the puzzle, Valeria uncovered a name that appeared repeatedly in the documents: Miguel Alvarez. He was a high-ranking government official who had been involved in various covert operations. The evidence suggested that he had played a key role in covering up Salgado's experiments and silencing those who knew too much. Valeria knew she had to confront Miguel Alvarez, but she also understood the risks. He was a powerful man with extensive resources, and he would stop at nothing to protect his secrets. She couldn't do this alone. She needed allies, people she could trust. Valeria reached out to a few trusted colleagues, including Detective Javier Morales. She met with them in a discreet location, away from prying eyes. As they discussed the evidence and formulated a plan, the sense of camaraderie and determination gave Valeria hope. They were united in their quest for justice, and together they would expose the truth. The plan was risky, but necessary. Valeria would gather the final pieces of evidence and confront Miguel Alvarez, while Javier and the others provided backup and ensured her safety. They coordinated their efforts, each step carefully planned to minimize the danger. As the day of the confrontation approached, Valeria felt a mix of anxiety and resolve. She knew the stakes were high, but she also knew that she couldn't let fear dictate her actions. The truth had to come out, no matter the cost. On the day of the confrontation, Valeria and her team moved with precision. They tracked Miguel Alvarez to a secluded location where he was meeting with other influential figures. Valeria approached him with confidence, her heart pounding in her chest. "Miguel Alvarez," she called out, her voice steady. "We need to talk." Alvarez turned to face her, his expression a mask of calm. "Ms. Rivas, what a surprise! What can I do for you?" Valeria held up the files, her gaze unwavering. "I have evidence of your involvement in Hector Salgado's experiments and the cover-up. The truth is going to come out." Alvarez's eyes narrowed and a dangerous glint appeared in his gaze. "You don't know what you're getting into, Ms. Rivas. Some truths are best left buried." Valeria stood her ground, refusing to be intimidated. The world deserves to know. Lucía Mendez and all the other victims deserve justice. The tension between them was palpable, the air charged with unspoken threats. But Valeria's resolve never wavered. She knew she had the backing of her team, and she wouldn't back down. In that moment, Valeria realized that the fight for truth and justice was far from over. The confrontation with Miguel Alvarez was just the beginning, but she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The last message from Lucía had given her the strength to continue, and she would honor that trust by seeing this through to the end.